Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite Ravens YouTube channel and podcast, Talking Ravens all day, every day with your host, Justin P. My two MVP co-hosts, Miss Shannon Fitz and Super D, the mailman. And today we got our special guest with us, Big Chief. He's going to be on here joining us, breaking down this Ravens-Rams game. It's episode 95 for the YouTube channel for the audio words in season 2, episode 4. You can check the audio version right there in the links below. And also myself, Dave, and Shannon, social media platforms. All right, so we're gonna get right into it. So first we're gonna start with our coaching matchups. Ravens coaching staff versus the Rams coaching staff. And first up is Keith. The floor is yours.
Yeah, man. I'm just gonna keep it simple when it comes to it. They're both Super Bowl winners. Sean McVay and Harbaugh. They're both Super Bowl winners, but McVay hadn't put as much skin in the game as it in the professional level as Harbaugh has. Harbaugh, what is the third longest tenured coach in the league. So Harbaugh, he's got what he wants. He got what he wants this year to do it right. And I think when it comes to LA coming in town and everything, I think we're gonna handle them coaching wise. I just think we have Harbaugh's been there so long. Even though Monken is new, I think because of John Harbaugh's tenure and knowing what he do with his team, I think we'll be able to handle Sean McVay again.
Okay, I like that. Go ahead, Shannon.
I too have the Ravens, and I was going to say, like, even if you take away the history and longevity and just look at this year alone, I mean, this might be one of John Harbaugh's best coaching seasons because we've had a lot of injuries on both sides of the ball at almost like every position group besides Lamar, knock on wood. But we've suffered injuries at every group, and it could have been a big blow to us, but it wasn't. And you got to attribute a lot of that to the coaches. First of all, John Harbaugh is responsible for the roster. So he had to pick the guys that were going to make the roster and stick around for the practice squad. Then you have a new offensive coordinator coming in who also had to deal with injuries, bodies, people in and out, trying to figure it out. And somehow or another, we still managed to win a lot of games, even with the offense looking, a little shaky at times. Defensively as well, we've had a lot of injuries there, a lot of question marks there,
Right,
and
right.
we still show up every week. One of the most dominant, if not the most dominant, defense in the league. Special teams could be a little bit better, but overall, I think our coaches are better than theirs. And even with John Harbaugh, someone made the point on the radio this morning. With all the bad things you could say about him, the good outweigh the bad. So I'm gonna give it to the Ravens.
Amen to that.
Go ahead, Dave.
Well, look, man, I'm at to disagree with y'all, man. I'm actually gonna call this one even, because both coaches are Super Bowl champs. They always have their team in contention year after year. Sean McVay, he's done a great job this year. He lost a lot of talent these past few years of free agency. Like, I thought the Rams were gonna be sorry coming into this year. Look at them; they right there in the hunt already. And he's made the most out of his draft picks. He's developed a lot of diamonds in the rough. Look at Kyron Williams and Puka Nakua. As for the Ravens, like you just said, Shannon, Harbaugh is at the top of his game. This is definitely one of his best years of coaching. We're 9-3, and we cooking with grease as usual. Todd Monken has completely changed the offense from a Pop Warner style offense to an offense every game. We're getting around 30 a game now. Like, this is also one of the best years I've seen our offense look. So, and Mike McDonald, he's A+ defensive coordinator. So, but I'm gonna call this one even because Sean McVay. I mean, he won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. You gotta respect that.
Hey,
Hmm.
Justin, can I chime in real quick?
Go ahead.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just want to on Dave's point. You're right about that, Dave. But I think the Rams had a owner that wasn't scared to spend that money. So he was able to build that team with Stafford and everything. They put all their money, they put all their draft picks into that Super Bowl team. So I guess he kind of had an unfair advantage as opposed to Harbaugh, who had to matriculate his team from Joe Flacco style of the football game stuff, the pocket passer, to the Lamar and switch over. What almost halfway through his tenure, and he just got switched the entire team. That's why I give Harbaugh maybe two two notches above Sean McVay, because Sean McVay had the team like kind of like made for him, you know. Then he comes in, you know, after they get all and pay everything for these guys, and you know, that was just my point on that though. But I ride on that though. What you saying?
What you mean, though,
Mhm.
Keith? I mean, they didn't spend money. They made trades. They traded to get Stafford. They didn't sign Stafford. They traded draft picks. They traded draft picks to get Jalen Ramsey. What you talking about?
Yeah, well, you saying that, but you know,
Good
in
point.
NFL terms, a trade is money. I mean, first and second round trade, that is money. And also, just to say, you're right in your point and everything. I'm just saying, Sean McVay, you know, he done it in what 6, 7 years, but he did it in his first 2, 3 years. You know, it was a lot different for Harbaugh, who's coming matriculating up from a what 16-year tenure, change or about 10 years in, changing in the middle of that into a run style with Lamar and still trying to keep these teams up there. You know, I just admire the way Harbaugh, what he had to do in his career, more so than what you know McVay kind of came in on a made thing. And
Once again, you
they
got to
did have
respect
Lamar
McVay.
for
Just won a Super Bowl in 2021, bro,
yeah,
and he had his team in the Super Bowl a couple years ago against New England, also. So
yeah.
you got to respect that. Like it's even, bro. I mean,
But
what you
yeah, I'm
mean?
just
Like,
saying
come
they
on,
had
bro.
that all from Stafford.
Don't come
That
for
was
me, Keith.
all
Don't
Stafford.
come for me.
No,
Don't
you're
come
right. You're
for
right.
me, Keith.
I said I agree
Don't
with
do
you.
it. Don't do it.
I said I
Just
agree
on
with
to the
you
next one,
most of
Justin. Don't do it.
And I ain't even go yet. I'm
Don't
just sitting
do
here
it.
Go ahead,
listening.
Justin. I want to hear
Don't
Uh,
Justin.
do
Go
it.
ahead, Justin.
Don't. Just be the guest. Come on now, you professional right here.
No,
Don't
I
do it.
give my opinion. The
Don't do
quarterback,
it.
and I
Don't
and I,
don't
and I
don't.
stand it in.
Next
Yes, sir.
quarterback, Justin.
nah,
I'm gonna put it back down.
I ain't even speak on this yet. I'm gonna keep it short so
Go
we can
ahead.
move on.
Go ahead.
I definitely totally agree with Dave. I'm gonna go even for the simple fact, like I said, Sean McVay went to the Super Bowl twice in the first 4 years. That is extremely hard to do. I don't care if you trade, sign everybody under the sun. I don't care what you do. That is hard to do. So, but I will give Harbaugh definitely a slight edge because his team is currently right now leading the division and the first seed in as of right now in the conference. But our coordinators is not even close. You know, Mike McDonald, Todd Monken. I don't even know who the Rams coordinators are right now, but yeah, it's definitely the Ravens as a whole. As far as head coaches, it's like 1A, 1B for sure. All right, position matchups. We're gonna go quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson versus Matthew Stafford. Go ahead, Keith.
Plain and simple. You know, I guess the winning record, the way Lamar has advanced his passing game and stuff like that. He might not be a better pocket passer than Stafford, but as a complete quarterback, you know, he's much better. And right now, he's cooking on a lot higher level than I think Stafford is. You know, Stafford, you know, he needs the receptions of you know Puka and to keep up with everything. But Lamar, you know, Lamar has that dimensional game where he can actually get outside the pocket and get that first down too, more so than Stafford being that mobile quarterback. He's not even close. He's all pocket passes. So if you catch him in that pocket with good D, if our defensive line can keep Stafford in that pocket, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't making no first down. He ain't making no 5 yard first downs with his legs. He can't do it.
Okay, go ahead, Shannon.
Yeah, this one I kind of went back and forth on. Stafford is one quarterback that I've liked since he came in the league. I think he's a Doug. I think he showed how tough he can be. And he even showed how that he could be a Super Bowl winning quarterback with the right pieces around him. He didn't have that a lot of the time in Detroit.
Right.
But for me, I'm giving it to Lamar because I was looking at like their stats. Um, Matt Stafford is like a couple of yards more than Lamar as far as passing. He has a couple more touchdowns than Lamar, but he also has a lot more interceptions than Lamar has. I think Lamar has 5 and he has 9. So that's what gave me. Look, that's why I picked Lamar to give him the edge over Stafford. Again, I think Stafford's a great quarterback. He's probably going to go into the Hall of Fame. Um, but yeah, I'm going to give it to Lamar. Thinking about this year and this matchup coming.
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm gonna give it to Lamar as well. It's lights, camera, action. Jackson, MVP. You know, he's still leading the league of rushing for a quarterback. 70% completion percentage. He's getting everybody involved. You already know last week we didn't have Mark Andrews, and he we didn't miss a beat. You know, Matthew Stafford, of course, he's been great as well. Once again, you know, the Rams are in the hunt. I mean, I'm still surprised. I thought the Rams were going to be one of the worst in the league, and they're right there, 500. You know, he's put up some good numbers 2,768 yards passing and 16 touchdowns, and he's missed a couple of games, you know, when he hurt his hand against Dallas. He's really carved up a solid Cleveland pass defense last week, and he's been really hot. 7 touchdowns in the last 2 games. So, but it's still Lamar, man. Like I said, you know, Lamar, he got us, you know, 9-3, and you know we could be better than that. So, but Stafford has, you know, definitely held his own.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, gotta go with 8. I'm sorry, like I said, Stafford definitely won a Super Bowl, but you got Sean McVay calling your offense for you. That plays very well versus him having Greg Roman at that given time. Now it's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Cooper Cup went nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Akers and those guys, that defensive formula, and and like I said, Lamar unanimous MVP. So it's definitely going with 8. And like you said, Shannon Stafford turned the ball over way, way more than Lamar. The year they won a Super Bowl, Stafford threw like 18 interceptions. So
Right, right, yeah.
it's definitely Lamar for me. So all right, running backs. All right, Gus Edwards, Justice Hill, Keaton Mitchell, and then you got the Rams. You got Kyron Williams. I think they got I think they still got Daryl Henderson, and I forgot the other running back they got.
Royce
Yeah,
Freeman.
Oh, it's pretty, yeah.
Royce Freeman. Yeah, from the Bronx. We play for Royce Freeman. Yep. All right, go ahead, Keith.
Yeah, definitely on the running back scale, it's almost even for me. The production that Kyrie Williams has been giving them on the ground for the Rams, it's incredible. I mean, he's an incredible young man. He's gonna go far. But I think the best key to think of it is this way. Um, the run game's going to be won in trenches. The offensive line and the defensive line. That's where it's going to be won at in this game. Because if you look at it this way, our offensive line against their defensive line is better than their defensive line against our offensive line. In other words, I believe we're going to be able to make the holes necessary for my man Gus the Bus to get through and have a lot of big runs. It's going to be right down the middle. We're going to have to run at them. We had Keaton Mitchell. I think we should use him for maybe a couple of wide out screens and some wide screens outside the tackle box and stuff. But I think it's best to attack because of Aaron Donald. I think it's best to attack the Rams right down the middle. And I think the best runner for that is Gus Edwards. Gus Edwards is our hammer. You know what I mean? And Keaton Mitchell is our like nail. Put him in the coffin after that because he's the nail. But Gus and we're gonna need to hammer down, and tire out their defensive line. And our offensive line is a lot bigger on scale to their defense. They play a lot of small linebackers. A little fast on the outside, but down the middle, they can't handle it. So I think with the center being as mobile as he is, Lindenbaum being as mobile as he is, we should be able to do a few traps right down the middle and gas them for some good yards.
Okay, I like that, Keith. So the Ravens have the edge of running back, is what you're saying?
Absolutely, Ravens. Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
Just
okay.
because of our offensive line assisting that run game is going to be a heavy thing in the middle in the trenches.
Okay. Go ahead, Shannon.
I'm going to give this one to the Rams. They've had a running back that's had like about, I think I saw 300-yard plus a game so far. Last week he had about 88 yards against the Cleveland Browns. That's a great defense there. When we talk about just comparing running backs to running backs, yeah, I'm gonna give that to the Rams off that alone. Like we talked about feeling like, and we said this before the bye, like establish the run. You have a feature running back. You know what I mean? And we talked about it again on Tuesday. I feel like if the Ravens were to do that, we could have a running back that has multiple 100-yard games. But because we share the ball so much, we don't have that as much. So yeah, for that reason, the yard reason, I'm going to give it to the Rams.
Okay, well said, Shannon. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, very well said, Shannon. I'll think of a lot of the same thing on that. I'm also going to give it to the Rams as well. Kyler Williams has really stepped his game up since he won the starting job from Cam Akers. He's averaging 5 yards a carry. Last two games since being back from injury, 443 yards against Arizona. I'm sorry, 143 yards against Arizona and 88 against Cleveland. And Williams has really been impressive. And for the Ravens, I totally agree. I'm really paying attention to see what the Ravens are going to do after this bye week. You know, Gus Edwards, he's been great, 10 touchdowns. But I think Keaton Mitchell might start getting the majority of the carry. He started in the last game against the Chargers. He just has another gear that a lot of backs don't have. That breakaway speed is awesome. 4.2, 4.3 speed. I want to see some more of that. That 29-yard run he had toward the sideline against the Chargers was this close to going to the house. So, you know, he's broken 40 yards and 60-yard runs. I mean, that's not normal. You know, I want to see some more of that. You know, I really want to see how they split the carries this week and from now on. So, and like you said, you know, we haven't featured a running back. I think that we should feature a guy, you know, at least until before the playoffs, because you know, switching it around, I think that's why we've had turnovers. You know, Justice Hill, when he gets in, he's good, but you know, I think he gets a little excited. That's why he fumbles. You know, and like I said, just pick a guy. I mean, it's cool, split him up, but I want to see Keaton Mitchell, you know, start from now on.
Oh man, well said, D. I'm gonna go with the Rams too by a slight edge, just for the fact, like y'all just said, Kyron Williams has been the guy since they traded Cam Akers. So you know he's had multiple 100-yard games. Like you said, Shannon had a pretty good game against a very good Browns defense. We're still figuring out who's going to be RB1 for us. So you know we're doing it collectively, plus with Lamar rushing yards. So yeah, it's the Rams for me. My slight edge.
I see. I'm getting out hammered here, man. No,
Uh,
but you know, it is important to also take into fact that our defense haven't given up a 100-yard rusher yet. So,
right.
you know, whether Kyrie Williams is good or not, our defense ain't going to let him get no yards like that. You know what I mean? And we had a game against the Browns, I believe it was, when both Keaton Mitchell and Edwards had 100 yards each. So, I mean, I agree
Nah,
with you
but
on some
Jerome
points.
Ford ran it for 100 on us that
He
game.
did.
So
He did get 100. He definitely did.
He did get 100. I thought it was 99. If I'm not correct, but he might have been 100. I thought it was
Uh,
99. They stopped him at 99. But you might be right. You might be right.
yeah,
uh,
he had
uh,
100. It was 100.
all right. All right. Ravens receivers versus the Rams receivers. This is gonna get interesting. Go ahead, Keith.
Okay. No. Well, it kind of ties into another thing we're talking about. But as far as receivers concerned, you have to look at who they're going against and the defense that they're going against. And yes, both Cup and Nakua has been turning it up over there in the NFC and this, that, and the other. I always play my matchups pretty good, and they don't match up. I mean, they match up better against those teams than they do with the Ravens. They don't match up with the Ravens like that. So, the Rams have not seen an offense like the Ravens, like what they're going to see. ODB's been there, so I think he knows the insights. He's probably been given some insights and stuff like how to, beat this, or maybe McVay think that, because he did run into that offense as a wide receiver for that Super Bowl year that they had. So, with ODB, the addition of ODB, and of course my man Zay Flowers being just a rocket from the backfield. He can take the top off of defenses very easy. And I believe the Rams pass defense is in the bottom third of the NFL right now. We should be able to easily our wide receivers outplay their two wide receivers. And I'm gonna tell you right now, um, when listening, I don't know if Humphrey's back this week. I think he is.
Supposed to be.
Marlon Humphrey's back this week. So we got a good tie to keep Cup under wraps, and I think Nakua, they both work out of the wide, but I think Nakua tries to come inside sometimes against our gap, or you call them the inside safeties. And Hamilton being in there and stuff like that, the way he's been playing lights out. I'm thinking Geno Stone and Hamilton get a pick this week. But that's why I feel about their receivers this week.
Go ahead, Shannon.
Now, I understand your point about matchups like their wide receivers against our defense and vice versa. But for me, I'm going with the Rams because we don't have Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews, really, to me, he always sets us apart from a lot of different teams. Like we've said, he's top two, three tight end in the league when he's healthy. I don't think that's much of a debate there. Um, what's making me pick the Rams in this situation is the productivity of their wide receivers. We've had again flashes and splashes and big plays here and there of what the wide receivers can do for us. But I don't know if we're going to have 1,000-yard wide receiver this year. I don't. We could. We. I don't. Somebody might go off, but I don't know. But it's the productivity to me that sets aside their pass catcher group and ours. They've been a little bit more productive than ours have been.
That's a fair point. Go ahead, Dave.
I'm gonna call this one even also, man. This one is also really close. Zay Flowers, he's getting better by the game. He's leading the Ravens in every statistical category as a rookie. 58 catches, 613 yards, and he knows that he has to be the guy now that we lost Andrews for season. Odell Beckham, he's really been silent over this last month. I really hope he can stay healthy for the rest of the season. We need his energy and his toughness. When he catches the ball, he's throwing that first down up, he's getting the crowd into it. We need that. Bateman and Aguilar, they've been making big catches when we need them as well. Isaiah likely knows that he has to try to fill them big shoes that Mark Andrews, with the loss of Mark Andrews. I want, and I kind of want to see some Charlie Kolar as well, also. So, but for the Rams, Puka Nakua, he's been a star rookie receiver, man. I mean, he is breaking records: 77 catches, 1,029 yards. That's seventh in the NFL. I mean, wow, he is really putting up the kind of numbers that his teammate Cooper Cup normally puts up. Cup hasn't really had his best season, dealing with the ankle sprain and hamstring injuries. But there's really a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. Tyler Higbee is a good tight end as well. But I'm gonna call this one even at overall.
I'm gonna get a slight edge to the Rams. Like I said, because Cooper Cup, triple crown award winner. Puka Nakua, you know, doing his thing, going 1,000 yards already. Still got Tutu Atwell, Demarcus Robinson. He can at any given time contribute. Like you said, Tyler Higbee. Us, like I said, we gotta figure it out because, like you said, Shannon, we may not have 1,000-yard receiver how it's looking statistically. Like I said, somebody may catch five second half, but hey, I think the most is what Zay was 600 yards, so he could do it. He got what 5 games left to get to crack it. We shall see. But they Rams already have a receiver with 1,000 yards, so yeah. Uh, you know, Choli Kolar, like you said, there I want to see more of him too. Isaiah Lakely, he's down. Number one tight end since Andrews is up. Andrews is playing. I probably will lean more to us, but I gotta go with the Rams because of the productivity and in a much better system, passing wise. So yeah, I gotta give it to the Rams. All right, offensive line, big uglies, Ravens O line, Rams O line. Go ahead, Keith.
All right. I definitely have to give our O line a nod on this one. Stafford. I don't have Stafford's numbers in front of me, but I believe Stafford is in the top third of the quarterbacks who've been sacked this year.
Yeah,
That's why he started out. He started out real bad. The first 6 games. They got so far behind. So I know some of their offensive line got a little healthier and everything. But it's about health, and I think our offensive line is still healthier than theirs. And I've been looking at the numbers of sacks of Lamar has been going down the last couple of games right before the break, and the pressures on Lamar have gone down right before the break. Even though teams have upped their blitzing on Lamar, the pressures have gone down per game on the last 2 games that he's played. So I think the offensive line is gelling just at the right time to take care of Aaron Donald and company that's coming at him.
Okay, go ahead, Shannon. I like that. I like that key.
Yeah, I'm going to keep my response really short. I have the Ravens for that as well, and my reasoning is top three offensive line in the league.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like it, Shannon. Short and sweet. I like it. Go ahead, Dave.
No doubt, man. I agree with you, Shannon. Ravens all day, top three. They've been great. Stanley's been solid. Not his best season, but he's held his own. He's always blocking the other team's best guy. But you know, at the same time, he hasn't given up many sacks. Linderbaum, he's done a good job in the middle. Simpson, Zeitler, Moses also a good job. They open up big holes for the running backs. Like I said, we got the number two running attack in the league. And, the Rams, they've done a good job as well. Kyron Williams, he's been doing well. And they've been keeping Matthew Stafford upright. So, but I'm going to give it to the Ravens also.
Oh yeah, definitely the Ravens. Like you said, Ryan Stanley's all pro and healthy. He's still been dealing with his injury, so he hasn't been his best, but still, he's still better than 80% of the league right now. Left tackle. Like I said, John Simpson has improved each week. Tyler Linderbaum probably gonna make his first All Pro team. Zeitler, that's steady, stable at right
Mm-hmm.
guard.
Mm-hmm.
Morgan Moses been dealing with some injuries, but when he's been out there, he's been playing pretty good. The Rams, they had so many. They got what? Logan Buss at tackle. They got a lot. They got a lot of guys all over the place. You can't even name half the offensive line. Once Andrew Whitworth retired, I don't even know who's on their line right now. But it's definitely the Ravens by far. 'Cause like you said, Stafford is always top of the league and getting sacked. All right, so we're gonna switch it over to defense. All right, interior defensive line. Go ahead,
Mm,
Keith.
mm. Wow, 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 wow. What can I say? Oh, I only had to say one word. Owe. Odafe Owe.
Uh,
Odafe Owe is having a great, great year. I'm gonna tell you right now, that young man has grown over the couple of years he's played with us. He has grown from almost just barely getting numbers, and now he got three sacks this season already, and he's heading for more. I believe definitely because of him, our interior pressure, and that's where you get Stafford on the interior pressure. You got to push that line in that middle. That's when he gets uncomfortable because he can't run side to side. So I think he'd be all right. If Oway has his good game, and Matt Beaker is having a good game too, a great year too. But Oway, man, he's been just on him, on him, on him. And the last couple of games before the break, he was having a great year. I bore y'all with the stats, but I'm sure maybe someone else got some stats they can throw out there. But always is my man, and that's all I had to say about that interior defensive line. To put the pressure on Stafford in the middle, he can't get comfortable in that pocket. You're gonna see about three sacks come from the interior of the defensive line.
okay, go ahead, Shannon.
I think our defensive line play has been playing pretty well all season. We've talked about it all off season about what needed to happen defensively to make every other level better, and I feel like everybody's held their own. But when you have a guy like Aaron Donald on the other side, it's hard to say that it's not them. I mean, that guy's a beast. So again, this is not to say that the Ravens aren't a good defensive line, or I wouldn't take them most weeks against other teams. But when you have a guy like that on the other side, I got to take my head off and give him respect. I'm giving that to the Rams.
Go ahead, Dave.
Oh, it's still Baltimore all day. I mean, we're leading the league in sacks now. Come on now. Five guys with at least five sacks. Matabike, Clowney, Van Noy, Pierce, they've all really kind of been unblockable. Broderick Washington did a good job when he's gotten in the game. Of course, the Rams, you got Aaron Donald. He's still one of the best in the business, but you don't have much to go with them. Jonah Williams and Kobe Turner, they're about average, in my opinion. I need a big game from the Ravens defensive front. Got to put pressure on Stafford this week. This is a week where you really have to step up and win this game for us. Stafford is one of the biggest reasons the Rams are on that 3-game winning streak. He's completing 67% of his passes when he has a clean pocket. But when you make him scramble, he only completes 36% of his passes. So you got to put the heat on him this week. But this is Ravens all day, man.
Yes,
Well
sir.
said,
Yes,
Dave.
sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, Shannon. I agree with you. I love me some Aaron Donald, being a former defensive lineman, but collectively and talk about this year alone, he hasn't stat wise been the same dominant player. We lead the league in sacks, so I'm definitely going with the Ravens, and it's not even close. As far as this particular season, because he, like I said, Aaron Donald, yeah, he got a lot of young guys around him, so that's probably the reason why he is. That's probably he's getting a lot of triple and doubles, and they're not winning their one on ones yet. 'Cause they're still new, it's, rookies. But Gabe, Broderick, and all them guys, and like you said, oh wait, man, they just it's a party at the quarterback right now. Chuck Smith did a great job. So it's definitely the Ravens, man, and it's not even close, even with a first ballot Hall of Famer for the Rams on
Hey,
the
and I
other side.
wanted to, can I add to you real quick? Just a couple
Good,
numbers about Owe because I've
good,
been so
good.
impressed with this little man. He has according to PFF, he on 80.5% of pass rushing when his grade title is 16th best in the NFL, and that's out of all defensive linemen. He's
Right.
16th best. So
Well,
that is really really high praise for my man Owe, and I'm glad he's getting his business on. You can go ahead now, Justin. I'm sorry.
that's all good. All right. Now we're going linebackers, outside linebackers, and middle linebackers included. Ravens, Rams. Go ahead, Keith.
Yeah, and I think David alluded to it a little bit before. That pass rush of ours is just ridiculous. We got the most sacks in the league right now. We're leading the league in sacks and stuff like that. So, and just think about it. Maybe what 5 6 weeks ago, Van Noy was probably sitting on his couch watching the game just like we were. You know what I'm saying? Now he has become a productive Raven, and it makes me so proud the way he fit in here. The meanness, the toughness. He's Ravens tough, and I'm sure Ray, probably came down and told him, "Hey, man, you definitely play like a Raven," because his presence has just each week as he's in the system, he gets even more and more and more in that backfield. And yes, he's going to have Stafford be there for a long time on his butt. You heard about that?
Oh, man. Well said. Go
Hmm.
ahead, Shannon.
I'm giving this to the Ravens. You guys have raved about the pass rush, so I'm not going to say that again. And every week we talk about our inside linebackers, that being the best duo probably in the NFL. So I'm definitely going to give that to the Ravens.
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, this is the Ravens by a mile. Matter of fact, more like a country mile. Can't put him on Roquan Smith, Patrick Queen, best LB doing the league, just like Shannon just said.
Right.
Van Noy has been awesome. I need y'all to extend this man. Do not. I need at least one more year out of him and Clowney. And the
Mm-hmm.
Rams, they got some good linebackers as well. Byron Young, Ernest Jones. They're above the league leaders in tackles. They done a good job. They did really well against Cleveland. So, but it's the Ravens. Come on now,
All
we
day,
got
all day, every day.
we shutting them down, baby. Come on, now, second in the league in points allowed. Come on now, Ravens. Get these Rams out of here, man.
Let me keep this short and sweet. Ravens is not even close. Always playing great. You got Keith just said, Cal Van Noy doing his thing. Clown, he resurrected his career, stepping in there.
Mm-hmm.
He probably
Mm-hmm.
he most likely gonna get his first career double digit sack season with us. Like I said, the inside guys we just talked about, they're doing their thing. Queen and Roquan all over the place. So yeah, it's Ravens. End of
Sure,
discussion
yes,
for me.
sir.
All right, secondary Ravens DBs versus the Rams DB safeties included. Go ahead, Keith.
Well, I try to keep this short. I got a couple predictions. I say Stone will get another interception this game. He's been lacking on. I thought I was gonna try to get him one every game, but nah, he's been doing good. But he's up to six, I believe. So
Yeah.
he's like first or second in the league in INTs, other than that boy named Bland. But hey, but we'll see them someday. I think in the Super Bowl. I'm predicting Cowboys Ravens. But anyway, that's all I need
Nice.
to
That'd be
say.
nice. That'd be nice.
Yeah, yeah. That's all I would say. I'm gonna let everybody else get a chance in this, but we good to go. We good to go. Always Ravens. Yeah.
Go ahead, Shannon.
I'm going with the Ravens as well. Top one and two in scoring defense and red zone defense. There are not a lot of wide receivers that are scoring touchdowns on us, no matter who's back there. We've been concerned about the secondary, particularly with injuries, and it's really been no issues back there. And when you look at the Rams, they're pretty much middle of the pack on every phase of the football. I mean, every phase of their defensive team. So yeah, I'm giving it to the Ravens.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Dave.
Also, it's definitely Baltimore. Hamilton is one of the best in the game now. He's just every week just up, just moving up. Geno Stone leading the league in picks, and he's making a lot of plays as well. No one talks about he makes a lot of tackles. Marcus Williams is playing well, and I like the three safety set they've been starting to play on third down. That really shut down, the Chargers last week. I mean, Keenan Allen. I mean, 2 weeks ago when we played, Keenan Allen did pretty well. Humphrey, Stevens, they've been and I want to talk about some of the unsung heroes. Let's talk about Ronald Darby's done a great job. Arthur Millette also has done a great job
It's
with the
okay, rock up.
opportunity. So the Rams secondary, their average at best is this is where you can exploit them. A kilo wet Weatherspoon is good, but Kobe Durant, that's the guy you want to pick on. Jordan Fuller, Quentin Lake, they're solid, but they can get picked on too. So we can really throw the ball on the Rams this week, but it's the Ravens right here.
Yeah, it's the Ravens. It's not even close, like you just said. Fuller, Quentin League. They got John Johnson back too, but it's not really going to make a difference. Kobe Durant, Killer Witherspoon, the kid, Tre'Davious, Hodges Tomlinson, TCU. It don't matter. You got Marcus
Mm-hmm.
Williams, Kyle Hamilton, Geno Stone leading. Well, he's top two in the league in interceptions. Deron
Right.
Bland doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Marlon Humphrey back. Yeah, Ronald Darby Stevens playing great. And like you said, ultimate. It's the Ravens. It's not even close. So this is
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, right, right. And then that's why I was giving our wide receivers a little bit more of an edge than their wide receivers, just because of secondary comparison. That's all. I think it's going to be tougher for cupping them to get their numbers than it is going to be for us to get our numbers. So, but it evens out sometimes. We'll see what happens.
Hmm.
gotcha. Special teams. This probably shouldn't take long. So Rams special teams, Ravens special teams. Go ahead, Keith.
Yeah, I don't see much of a difference. I haven't heard of anybody running back for no touchdowns. We probably his kicker is good. Our kicker is good. They're probably going to be sailing through each other end zones every time it kicks off, unless it's a purposeful onside kick or something like that. So I don't think it's going to be much for run backs during this game because Justin Tucker he don't play. It's going through there. So that's all I can say.
So you taking the Ravens and special teams?
Yeah,
Just so to
yeah. I
clear.
mean, I
Okay.
say pretty much to even out. The only difference is, Tucker's gonna kick it through the. They're not gonna get a chance to run back and stuff like that.
Got you. Go ahead, Shannon.
Yeah, I was going to pretty much say the same thing. Looking at the stats, it wasn't like anybody was way above each, the other as far as the stats go. And we've talked about things that we would like to see improved on our special teams as far as, when Duvernay's out there. We said on Tuesday, no matter what they're saying about Justin Tucker, we're going to take him over most kickers, even though they're trying to say he's no longer the most accurate. So I'm going to still give the Ravens a slight edge over the Rams with special teams because of Justin Tucker. Regardless of what, he's going to go into the Hall of Fame, and I trust him, like I said, every day and twice on Sunday.
Yeah, the leg of him in there.
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, Tucker all day. The Rams are on the third kicker. I mean, come on now. There's nothing to talk about there. Duvernay's done a good job. Even when he's not running back, I like the fact that, when we punt it, that he's going to catch the ball. That's the main thing. Ball security, making sure that no fumble, that way the offense can do what they need to do. So, but this is the Ravens, man. Jordan Stout's been doing a great job as well, punting the ball, too.
Oh yeah, it's the Ravens. Not even close for me. It's Jordan Stout, Justin Tucker, Devin Duvernay. That's all. Like Ravens. So, that's it. All right. Our first actual topic of the night, besides the matchups, is Zay Flowers the best rookie receiver in the league right now. Go ahead, Keith. Floor's yours.
All right. Unfortunately, I can't say he's the best rookie wide receiver, but he's in the top three, top four rookie wide receivers in the league right now. I think it was ESPN that ranked him at number four in 2013 with the 613 yards that was mentioned before. and but it's the intangibles. Where he fits with us is what's important. And a lot of people thought when we lost Brown, Marquise Brown, that we were going to lose our speed. We can't take the top off everything. And Zay Flowers fits that point right then and there. That loss that we might have had with a better attitude, I must say, than Marquise Brown. I think he just had a little bit too much of his cousin in him. But it is, it is what it is. But he left. He ain't doing no better. In fact, just a couple of things. Marquise Brown rookie year, he had 46 receptions, 584 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Right, my boy Zay, he got 51 receptions already, 574 yards, but 4 touchdowns, and still got 5 more games to go. So I know he ain't doing no worse than what Marquise Brown had given up in the year. And I think as he go along with this offense, he's gonna be here for a while. They ain't gonna let him go nowhere, especially not during his first 3 years. So we should be all right in years to come. But he's gonna become one of those ones that just always take the top off the defense and gone.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. Go ahead, Shannon.
I would say no. He's not the best rookie wide receiver in the league right now. You obviously have the Rams rookie that we just got finished talking about. The
Yeah.
Texans rookie who just went down with an injury. I mean, he was
Tank.
balling out.
Tank.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tanked
yeah,
out,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
The
Yep.
Packers got the Packers got one,
Jaden Reed.
and
Reed. Yeah.
and the Chiefs, their rookie is coming along.
Rashid Rice.
I
Yeah.
see you right.
So
I'm
so
a
I
college
feel like
football junkie because I know
Yeah,
all
yeah,
about it.
yeah,
so
you
I
got it. It don't
so I,
matter.
so I feel like if everybody was healthy, Zay Flowers would arguably be in a conversation for top 3. But if everybody was still healthy, other guys still have better stats than him. So for that reason, I can't say that he's the best rookie wide receiver, but the argument could be made that he's the best wide receiver on the Ravens.
That's not. I mean, yeah. We got
Oh
plenty.
yeah.
And
Oh
Go
yeah.
bar
ahead,
none.
Dave.
I
Go
mean,
ahead, Dave.
besides OBJ in his
Hold
heyday.
on, hold on. My turn. My
Go
turn.
ahead,
Keith,
Look, my
Keith,
turn.
Keith,
go
Keith.
All
You
right.
gotta let Keith. You gotta
my
let
Come
Dave
bad.
on
go.
now. My turn. All right.
Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead.
All right. All right. You know, once again, I'm gonna have to put him fourth. Actually, I mean, he's having a great year, but I think Puka Nakua is the best right now. Like I said, already broke 1,000 yards. I had Tank Dell second. I mean, he was killing it, and that's so unfortunate that he hurt his foot. And number 3, I gotta go with Jordan Addison. He's done a great job. Without him, the Vikings they'll be out of there because they lost Justin Jefferson. So Addison stepped in very well. Covering Justin Jefferson's track. So I got Zay 4.
Yeah, I got Zay about probably 3. I got Poke on the Chore. Definitely, that's without saying the numbers. Let's see. I'm gonna go Jaden Reed at 2. Zay at 3. Tank
Oh,
Dell at 4. He would have been up higher. Like I said, he ain't get hurt. Jackson Smith and Giblet at 5. They starting to get him more involved.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But the worst of the worst is Quentin Johnson. I'm kind of glad we didn't draft him because he's not doing
oh
Oh,
nothing.
yeah.
If
whoo,
you yeah,
we
so we
went
dodged
there.
the bullet. We dodged the bullet with that. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but to answer the question, Zay is fourth, best rookie
Yeah.
right now. All right,
Who's
next
that?
topic. Like I said, Dave came up with these topics too. Give credit to Dave. I just added him to the show.
They on point, baby.
I
Appreciate it.
mean, yeah, he always both of them always come with great stuff. I come with some okay stuff. They always come with some great stuff. Anyway, how many
Yeah.
Ravens players do you think will make the Pro Bowl this season? Go ahead, Keith.
I'm thinking around 10.
Damn.
But
Okay.
that's with backups and
Who
everything
who
like
who are
that.
the 10? Can you name the 10 if
Well,
you don't
well,
mind?
I got 5 on defense. I mean 6 on defense and 4
Name
on
name them. Name them. Name the
uh
players.
oh my God. I mean, you're talking about Pro Bowl. I'm talking about Adafi Owe. We're talking
Okay.
about damn near the whole defensive line. Uh, um, with what's the name in the middle? I'm sorry. Queen Patrick Queen is another one, and on the end, I would even go with Clowney. He's having an All Pro year. Uh, uh, and then you still got the back half that's got a couple there that can make it in there. with Stones. Stones leading, NFL and interceptions. Uh, he's still Marlon Humphrey. He's been in and out. He's been hurt more than often. I don't know what his numbers look like per se, but that's on just the defensive side. And then on the offensive side, you're always going to have Lamar. He be in the Pro Bowl, and the kicker, Tucker, he's in. I mean, you can find 10 people on the Ravens staff that could either make it as first up or starters or behind second starters. You know what I mean? That will make it to the Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl. I mean, I just named five. I know it's probably I named six. There's probably at least four more on the offense. What's his name? Linda Baum. He's having a great year as a center. He could be a backup or so. But I'm hoping that none of them be playing because if they be playing, that means we're not in the Super Bowl. So none of them actually going to be there in the Pro Bowl, but they could have been there in the Pro Bowl. So that's how I'm figuring it out.
Okay, go ahead, Shannon.
I think four could be starters and four could be alternates. I have Roquan, Kyle, Kevin Zettler, and Justin as starters. And for alternates, I have Lamar, Linderbaum, Pat Ricard, and Tucker.
Okay, I like that. Go ahead, Dave.
Oh man, I'm going with the big number. I'm going 13.
Damn.
13.
I thought I had a lot.
Uh, hey, I'll listen. Lamar Jackson, Ronnie Stanley. I still think he'll make the Pro Bowl. Because look at who he blocks. He blocks T.J. Watt, Miles Garrett. So yeah,
Aaron
he's held his own. Now Aaron Donald's in the middle.
Yeah,
But
he only
he's
block him if he move around the line. But Dave's right.
yeah, Aaron
He's
Donald's in the middle.
primarily gonna be lying in the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
So Ronnie Stanley, number 2. I got Tyler Linderbaum, number 3. Kevin Zeitler, number 4. Jadeveon Clowney, number 5. Justin Matabike, number 6.
I like it.
Roquan Smith, number 7. Patrick Queen, number 8. Kyle Hamilton, number 9. Geno Stone, number 10. Jordan Stout. 11.
See
I
that?
still think Justin Tucker will make it. That'll be
Yeah,
12.
yeah.
And Pat Ricard 13. And it would have been 14 if Mark Andrews didn't get hurt.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
he
keep this
still
sweet.
might come back in the
I'm
last
gonna keep
game or
this
something.
sweet and agree with Dave and all the names he just said. 'Cause that's what I was gonna say. No need to me just repeating the same thing he just said. So yeah, basically, I'm gonna just typo Dave. Same name, same order, same. Hopefully, but I agree with Keith. Hopefully, nobody's playing. Hopefully, that means we're in the big game in
Right.
February. But.
Right.
Exactly.
All right. Our next topic: Who was the Ravens' most improved player this season? This can go to anybody. It's a lot of names. Go ahead, Keith.
All right. Most improved player. Uh,
hmm
Again, I go with our defense with Elway in the middle and Patrick Queen too. Patrick Queen has had a maturation, I believe. He's had a maturation over the years, and that has to do with my boy who just came in, Roquan, a lot too in his mentorship. I think he's had over Queen because I think Queen has learned how to not just be a good tackler and be able to cover the run or pass rush. He's learned how to play people in the out in patterns and stuff like that when the linebacker needs to. He's learned how to play the middle. He's learned how to call out offensive line structures as well. And you can see him on some of the tape. I think it was against Cincinnati. Last time he played Cincinnati, and he was out there, doing the thing. I don't know what Roquan just gave it to him or what, but he was calling a lot of the defensive plays. So, between Olway uh, um, and Patrick Queen, I think those two maturing on the defensive side has covered a lot of the holes that we have to worry about, especially with a lot of pass catching running backs. Where we have run and running backs that do good outside of their patterns in wide receiver patterns, stuff like that. He can cover that middle a lot better these days than he ever did, as far as I'm concerned.
Go ahead, Shannon.
Um, I went back and forth with I'm on the defensive side. I went back and forth with Patrick Queen and Justin. The reason why I'm going with Justin is because I could tell last year. I could see the improvement in Pat last year when Roquan came. That's part of the reason why all off season, before we even knew it was going to be, I was just speaking highly of him and saying how I didn't want to lose him because I could see how much he improved just last season alone. So for that reason, I can't give that to him this year because I kind of saw that coming. But the way that Justin is performing this year, first of all, we haven't had a person having double digit sacks since what did they say, 2016 or 17? And
Mm-hmm.
we've been talking about needing that since Terrell Suggs, and we finally got it.
Yes,
I mean, he's
yes.
he's kind of also kind of made himself like indispensable. Like we can't afford to lose him at this point. And it's kind of like when you talk about the franchise tag and thinking about who it can be applied to, like his name was at the top of that list. I heard the Ravens tried to sign him this offseason and he kind of wanted to bet on himself.
Mm-hmm.
We're never going to be mad about anybody wanting to bet on themselves, but it would really, really suck to lose him because we could see this year like he's really, really coming into his own.
Well said, Shannon. Same as well as you. Keep going, Dave.
Yeah, I totally feel you on that, man. We can't lose that guy. He gotta franchise him and Patrick Queen. We gotta sign them. But I'm gonna go Geno Stone, man. I mean, here's an afterthought, seventh round pick. He's been waived. He's been really just like a special teamer for the most part. He only plays if someone gets hurt, but he's been so important to our success. Of course, Marcus Williams, who stays hurt, and he's came in and not missed a beat. Like I said, big plays. So I'm gonna give it to Geno Stone, but Patrick Queen and Matabike right there. But Stone, I mean, just because no one thought he was gonna be what he is today.
I'm gonna go with a couple names. I couldn't just name one, so I'm gonna go with a couple names. The first one, Geno Stone. Like I said, nobody expected him to be top two in the league in picks. Justin Matabike, 10 sacks, and he probably finished the season with like 14 because he got 5 more games to play.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, Brandon Stevens. Brandon Stevens,
Yeah.
man, the kid is locking people down, man. Like doing his thing.
Oh yeah.
Kyle Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton.
Yes, sir.
Kyle
Yes,
Hamilton.
sir.
Kyle Hamilton. Kid is out there
Yeah.
balling, man. Kid is out there making plays, rushing the passer. He got 2 interceptions, got a touchdown. And my last one is Patrick Queen, man. Soon as Roquan came in the mix, man, he solidified his role in his defense and has been making plays, flying over the ball. Like every week, Harbaugh's always talking about Patrick Queen. And I agree
Mm-hmm.
with him.
Mm-hmm.
He's been making plays. He became the linebacker that we drafted. So those are my most improved
Right.
Ravens.
All right.
All
All
right,
right. All right. Sound good to me.
all right. Let's go with our 3 keys to victory. Go ahead, Keith. You go ahead and go first. Give us your
Three
three
keys to
keys.
victory. One, the run game. Um, we definitely, like I said, our offensive line should be able to dominate their defensive line in the run game. The run game has shown to be an, the way to soften up your defense, and then that defense will be coming up, coming up, coming up behind you. The linebackers start moving closer to the line of scrimmage. Then you'll get your passes to Zay Flowers and to ODB, OBJ, and all that. You really that run game though. When you start hurting them with the run game, they definitely come at you after that. So the run game, and of course, limiting Cooper Cup. You might not be able to stop him, man. The man runs just too much, but limiting him will be a great option for us. And in the pass game, he's gonna get his short receptions, his medium receptions, but don't let him sneak behind that line, that defensive backfield. Don't let him sneak behind them cornerbacks. And lastly, it's going to be turnovers. Lamar Jackson, turnovers, turnovers, turnovers. We need to control turnovers. We cannot be giving up that fourth quarter turnover to give them life, and all of a sudden they start getting on a roll and stuff like that. And we had 2 score, now there's 1 score. We got to control our turnovers. That's one of the things in the fourth quarter that's caused the Ravens to lose those leads, and that's turnovers. And every fourth quarter we lost those leads in, there was a turnover. So that's what is important. We have to close this game out with the run game. And I kind of, I know y'all were talking about featured running back stuff like that. I like the two back approach because you never know what the defense is going to give you. The defense might give you that outside around the corner where you need that Justice Hill, that Keaton Mitchell, but you might need a hammer again, depending on what the defense will give you. To wear down that defense. So I like the fact that they can hit him with a little jab with the Mitchell, and then the boom, knock him out with the Gus the Bus. But that running game, and those are three that I think are key to the game.
Okay, I like it. Keith, go ahead, Shannon.
First I'll say offensive line protect Lamar. We've seen one too many times in the second half of games where the protection is kind of different and it shows in how Lamar's playing. So keep Lamar protected so he's not flustered. Defensively, make their run game non-existent. I mean, we were just talking about how well they've been running the ball over the past couple of weeks, and the weather is supposed to be nasty on Sunday. So I expect both teams to try to run the ball a lot. But let's make them one-dimensional. And if the weather's nasty, that's going to play into our hands defensively as well with trying to get the turnovers that you talk about, Keith.
Right.
And then lastly, allow a running back to get at least 20 carries. We have been, splitting the ball and sharing the carries all year, but I just think that now that it's time to focus on one guy. That doesn't mean you don't include the other guy, but I just feel like if we let one guy get 20 carries or more, even close to 20 carries, you might still see a little bit more. And like I too, Dave
Right.
was saying, let's feature Keaton Mitchell. But then Justin and I've seen other people make the point about not wanting to do that because he's not that great with pass protection. On one hand, it's like the only way you're going to learn is if you do it. But we also know what we're trying to go at, which is why on Tuesday I said I'm okay if you decide to feature Gus. I mean, both guys bring something different, and I still feel like either one of them can wear defense down, even if you decide to feature one or the other. But yeah, those are my three keys right there.
Well said, Shannon. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, definitely. I'm rolling with Shannon on this one also. He took the words out of my mouth. Let's stop that run first. Kyron Williams, he been real hot. 545 yards in the last 5 games. You stop him, got him. And then number two, got to put that pressure on Stafford. Like I said, when he's clean, he gonna light you up. You gotta make him, uncomfortable. So you gotta put pressure on him. Number two, and number three, I need y'all to finish strong in that fourth quarter. That fourth quarter, teams try to come back. We'll get the lead, and we'll let them come back, let them hang around. So the fourth quarter, you got to finish strong. So that's my three.
I like it, Dave. For me, prevent turnovers on offense. Meaning don't fumble the ball, don't throw no crazy interceptions. Number two, create turnovers on defense. Pick, straps, pick, strip sacks, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Fumbles, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Three, score touchdowns inside the red zone where it
Yes.
counts.
Yes.
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 Only time I want to see Justin Tucker is kicking the extra point.
Yes,
If
sir.
you got to kick a field goal, if you got to kick a field goal, cool. Don't let it be like in the 5 and 10 yard line. If it's like
Right.
on the
Right.
20
Right.
and you couldn't get nothing, cool. But again, prevent turnovers on offense, create turnovers on defense, and score touchdowns in the red zone. They might be keys. All right. We got our over and under stat lines. We're gonna start with Lamar Jackson. We're gonna go 215 yards pass over under. Go ahead, Keith.
Over, definitely over. I think it's a little bit. It's not like a revenge game, but for OBJ to see all his boys, he's gonna want to show off a little bit against his old Super Bowl crew and everything. So I think he's gonna have a big game, and I also think that Isaiah Likely is gonna have a big game as well. I'm definitely giving Lamar over 216.
Got you. Go ahead, Shannon.
I'll say under. Like I just mentioned when we were talking about the keys to winning the game, the weather's supposed to be nasty. Doesn't mean they can't pass the ball. Doesn't mean they won't. But it can get ugly when you decide that you want to do that. And we've talked about all year about the Ravens being too cute, passing when they should be running the ball. I think this is going to be a game where we're running the ball because that's what the climate's going to call for. So for that reason, I'm going to say under, and I'll give them about, like 175, 180.
Okay. Go ahead, Dave.
Shannon, you in my head today, man. For real. I agree with you. I'm gonna say under. I think about buck 80, buck 90. Just because once again the bad, it's gonna rain a little bit, and I think we're gonna run the ball more than pass.
Well, I do think we're gonna run the ball. I think we're still gonna put it up in the air enough. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
go slightly over. I'm gonna go 225.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go. Gus Edwards and Keaton Mitchell combined 160 yards over. Go ahead,
Mm.
Keith. Go ahead, Keith.
Combined,
Yeah, yeah.
I think we definitely with those two combined, we're gonna go over 160. I'm giving them about. I think they both might have another 100-yard game because it's going to be needed to close out, keep Stafford off the field and stuff
Keith,
like.
Keith.
I'm sorry.
They both didn't have 100 yards in the same game. I know you said the first time
Oh,
recorded,
oh,
but I
okay.
wasn't just nah. So yeah, they didn't do that.
No, I'm talking about this game. They probably get 100 each.
Okay, but I'm just saying you said another. Like they didn't do that the first time. Yeah, I know Dave caught it too. I see his free. They was close to it, but they didn't get that. But yeah, but go ahead, finish.
Okay, all right, okay, all right. Well, then I'll retract that. But as far as this week or whatever, I think we're going to need a lot of closing, a lot of running to keep Stafford off the field. Yes, we're
Mhm.
going to throw the ball when necessary because that's how Stafford's going to push it. But I think our defense is going to handle Stafford pretty well and everything. We're going to get
Over
in trouble
under
closing.
160, man. Over
I
under
said over.
160.
I said over.
All right.
You didn't hear me say over. You
Come
didn't
on,
hear me
man.
say over. My
I
bad.
love,
My
I
bad.
love
It's
Dave.
supposed to be quick.
Am I
It's
talk?
supposed to be
I
quick.
love Dave.
Am
I
I doing
love
too
Dave,
much?
man.
Now you know you're
Am
my
I
guy,
doing too
though. You
much?
know you're my guy, but over
Hey,
under real
hey,
quick.
hey,
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 look, I'm the guest.
Keith. This
I'm the
the end of
guest.
the show, so it gotta be rapid fire a little bit.
Go
They,
for
Yeah,
it.
they,
Go
they.
ahead. Just
we
tell
already
me I'm
talked
in a
about the
rapid
game.
fire. That's all. Just tell me I'm in a rapid fire. I got you. Okay. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead,
Go ahead.
go ahead, Shannon. Go ahead.
Um, do I think they're gonna go over? No. But I do think it could be close to it. I'll say about 145, 150, because I do think that if they do, like I said, and allow one to get at least 20 carries, you can definitely get 100 yards, and then obviously the other is still going to contribute. So I don't think it's going to be quite 160 or over that, but it could be about 150, 155, something like that.
So you going slightly under. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dave.
I'm gonna go a little bit over on this one. I think they'll get about buck 70 because we're gonna run the ball a lot this game. So I think a little bit over.
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go 175. I can see Gus with a buck and Keaton with 75 yards. So I'm going over. All right. Zay Flowers over under 55 yards received. Go ahead, Keith.
Definitely over. Like I said, I think the passing game had no problem against the Rams secondary.
Okay. How many
That
yards
that's
if you
short
going
enough.
over?
That was short
No,
enough.
no. If you're going over, you gotta give me a number. What you gonna go
Oh,
60,
you want a
55?
number? Oh,
Yeah,
about Zay Flowers should hit at least maybe 80 to 85 yards this game.
I like that. Go ahead, Shannon.
What was the number again?
50. I want 50.
Oh, over. I'll say about 65 to 70.
Cool. Go ahead, Dave.
I'm gonna give him over. I think about 60, 70 is about right. I agree with Shane.
I'm going bold with this one because I feel like he ain't had that game yet. I'm going over. I'm going with 100 yards for Zay. I think since now with Andrews out and all that, he gonna be that guy. Like you said, the Rams secondary is state, so I'm going 100 yards for Zay. So I'm going over. All right, Isaiah Likely 3 receptions over under.
I think he's going to be an important part to like getting that first down yardage. So I think he have like about 5 receptions. So I think it's over.
Okay, I like that. Go ahead, Shannon.
Mm. Um, I'll just say 3. I don't really say it being over. I think he might be targeted about 5 times. But I don't know if he's gonna catch 5. So I'll say 3.
Okay, go ahead, Dave.
I think over. I think he'll get about 4. I think 4 is good for him.
I'm gonna go over. I think he gets 5. I think he gets 5. That's one catch a cord and one extra. I think he'll get that. Especially with Andrews being out, he start. Yeah, he'll get 5 catches. So over.
Yeah, I think the bye week was good for him. They're gonna get a chance to really like get him in there a little more.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, now we're going on defensive side of the ball. Total team sacks. I'm gonna go 4 over under. Go ahead, Keith.
Ooh, total team. I say you right around there, maybe 5, maybe one or two over 5 total team sacks.
So you 5 on the nose. I
Yes,
mean, you
about
go
5.
5 or you going 5? So you're going over. Okay, all right. Go
I
ahead,
said
Shannon.
5. Oh, yeah, 5. Mm-hmm.
Got you. Got you. All right, go ahead, Shannon. It was 4 total team sacks.
Same thing I was going to say over, and I think 5 as well.
All right, go ahead, Dave.
Oh, we're going over. I think we're gonna get Stafford 6 times a day. We're gonna get him in the rain too. Oh,
I'm going over. I'm going 6 with Dave. I think Meta BK get one. I think Clowney get one. Man, Calvin Newell get one. I think Owe get one. I think Cal Hamilton get one as well. So I'm definitely going over with 6. All right, total team interceptions. Let's go 3 over under.
Mm,
Stafford don't give up the rock like that too much. I say under.
Shit.
We might get
Shit.
well maybe this year more than any other, but I don't think he's going to throw that. He didn't throw that many interceptions in one game, so I'm gonna go 2. I'm gonna go 2. I'm gonna go under 3.
You must say watch the 2021 game when he came here, but all right.
Yeah, I
and throw
remember
it to
two.
you,
I
man.
remember 2021.
He throw it to you.
Go ahead, Sean.
I'll go under and I'll say 2 as well. I definitely think we're good for 1, but I can see it. Like I said, that weather is going to play a big part. We got to see what it's looking like at the game time, but I can see 2 for sure.
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I agree. I think under. I think 2. I think we'll get him twice.
I'm going over. We're going 4, and just like y'all said just like y'all said the
Okay.
weather. Y'all said the weather right. That's why he's going to throw 4 because balls are going to bounce off people's hands, and we're going to be right there to get it. So I'm going 4. All right, last one. Total combined tackles for Roquan and Patrick Queen. Let's go 24. With Keith.
Ooh, oh, I think we're definitely going over 24. Both of those lead the team in tackles, as a matter of fact. But I'll keep it short that way. Over
So what?
maybe about together maybe like 40, 45. Because they're gonna try to run a lot with Kyrie.
Hold,
So I
hold,
say
hold,
about
hold,
40
hold up. Let's just make
combined.
sure. You really think they're going to get 23 and 22 tackles on Sunday?
What solo tackles?
Yeah, I'm
Sure
just
not.
saying,
Why
yeah.
not?
That's what I'm
Yes.
saying. Yeah, okay, damn. Oh, damn. That's a
Not
lot of.
why
Yeah,
not?
okay. All right, okay. All
They're
right, so
gonna run the ball
45.
a lot.
You know, that's video game numbers, but all right, okay. I'm a ride. Go ahead, Shannon.
We'll see
Damn.
how close I am. We'll see how close I
Damn.
am.
Damn.
You said 24, right?
No, he said 45.
No, I'm talking about you, the number
Oh,
and the over.
yeah. I said 24. Yeah. I
Okay,
said
so
24.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go under. I'm gonna go under, and I'm gonna say 22. I can see them both
Okay.
having about 10 to 12 between them two.
Okay. I might have said 4. You must think Ray come back out next play. Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead, Dave.
I'm gonna say a little over because I think they're going to be key because the Rams they're going to try to run it. So I think about 25, like just a little bit over 24, 25 over.
I'm gonna go for 26. I'm gonna go over. I think 12 for Queen, 14 for Roquan. Plus, they're gonna make tackles in the pass game too, because they're gonna be covering tight ends and backs. So those are gonna count as well. So I'm gonna go slightly over 26. All right, we had our last topic, our score predictions. So we're gonna go with you, Keith.
Oh, this is easy for me. I already had this down before this. It's gonna be I say 30, 35-3.
Ravens. Let's
35-3.
just make.
Ravens
Let's just
win.
okay. All right, we just had to make sure. All right, go ahead, Shannon.
All right, so the Rams are on a 3-game winning streak. They've scored about 36 and 37 points the last 2 games. I think that streak ends on Sunday. 28-20 Ravens.
Got them get 20. Okay. All right, go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, man, Shannon, you in my head again. I think Baltimore 30, Rams 20.
I think this is gonna be low key a repeat what happened in 2019 because we trying to send a message. Uh, and the Rams was that time they have around the same record or a little bit better. I'm gonna go Ravens. Let's go 38-17. I think we won by 3 touchdowns.
I don't think our Ravens gonna give up but one touchdown, baby. Not one. Not
Mhm.
one
I,
touchdown
I
this
like
week.
it. I like it. I like it. But McVay can not call some stuff. So all right, I mean that was it. That's the end of the show. We're gonna do our closing remarks. We're gonna start with you, Keith. Go
Again, yeah, I think it's gonna be a good, stretch after the like you said, they got a chance to cook over the bye week. It's gonna be a big game of defensive fumbles and interceptions and turnovers on their part. That's why I'm predicting that 35-3 score. We're not giving up a touchdown.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Shannon.
I just got one question. Can we please put Lamar in some bubble wrap? He missed he missed practice today. They said it's his first time missing practice all season, and it just made me nervous. I feel like every year we're dealing with some sort of illness with him where he can't practice.
Yeah, yeah,
For the
that is
past
crazy
two
though. You ain't
years, for the
lying. You
past
ain't
two
lying about
years,
that.
he ain't been there for December,
Mm-hmm,
and here
mm-hmm,
we are in
mm-hmm.
December, and he's sick and missing practice. I just want to put him on
Yeah.
bubble wrap. So if we can do that for the rest of the season, that would be great.
Tell him stop eating up them dirty ass restaurants. They got
It's
That's what I'm like. What do
some
you eat? I
crabs.
don't know
He's
what
been
he
eating
be
some
doing.
crabs.
He
go.
stays sick.
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Like I said, yeah, that flu. I just got off the flu. I've been sick for 2 weeks. I mean, I'm really just getting my
Oh,
voice back, so I get it, man. But like I said, just doing shout out a couple people. I'll say happy birthday to my cousin Leslie Jean Marie.
Happy
Shout
birthday.
out, Giselle Jean Marie and Gershon. A couple people's, Birds of Man, Ski, Travis Terrell, Tradine Terrell, Morris Brown, Theo Battle, so looking forward to the game, man. I'm just and it feel good to just be healthy, man. So I feel hey Lamar, chill, so you be healthy, man. You know what I'm saying? Put you
Gotta
some
get
big
that
vapor
shot,
rub,
man. Gotta get that
put you
shot.
put you some big vapor rub on your chest, man.
Dad, get all your shots and get a professional cook. You make more than enough money, man. All right,
Yeah,
get a
right,
professional,
right.
Right?
get professional cook.
You
Stop
know,
eating
hey,
up dirty ass carryouts. But
hey, just like paid in full. Get you some soup or something, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say yes. And Keith, thank you for coming on. I know we were supposed to come on last week, like you said. Everybody
He,
was tied up, so we made it
thank
happen.
you.
Definitely,
I appreciate it. I
more,
appreciate being
more
on.
than welcome. You can say you're more than welcome whenever you want to come back on. It's open forum. Glad
and
to have
Keith,
my part. Go ahead, Jay.
I said, Keith, you already know you don't go win that fantasy league too. You already know home run king, baby.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just glad.
That's all right.
I'm
Y'all
just
weren't the only name in the game, baby. You ain't the only name in the
yeah.
game.
I'm just me. Yeah, I'm
Better
just
win
glad.
this week.
Nah, I ain't worried about it.
I'm just glad to have my partners in crime back, Dave and Shannon. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
definitely not
good
the
to
same.
be
It's
back.
not the same. It's not the same about you guys. Everybody know that y'all the heart and soul of the show. I'm just a guy who just
Oh,
pushes it forward. Like I said,
Well, man, we a
But
Hey,
team, baby.
maybe I could be a
yes,
foot, maybe the left foot, maybe right foot,
yes.
something like
But yeah, everybody watch the. I guess if you want to watch the barn ass pictures of Steelers game tonight, I watch football. I love football, so I
Oh
might tune into
God,
it for a little bit.
I'm gonna
But
watch it.
also,
You know I'm gonna watch it.
yeah, but Sunday, I'll be there. So hopefully, like I said, we put on the show and just dominate the Rams, man.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
Ravens,
You know what the
get
under
Ravens
in that
money.
game is? Phew.
I really don't even care, honestly.
Yeah.
But
It's
that's
gonna
it,
be a
everyone.
toilet bowl.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm not watching this shit like that. But everybody enjoy your weekend. We'll be back Tuesday. And Shannon will do a recap. Sure, I know she might have some good stuff. Draw it up to be back next Thursday. I'll preview the game versus the Jaguars. Dave will be back on here. So love y'all guys and make sure y'all trade. I know what it means. Talk Ravens all day, every day from your host Justin P and my MVP co-host Shannon Fitz, Super D the Bellman, and our special guest Big Keith. Love y'all guys. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and check us out on the audio platforms. If you're not able to watch live, if you're at work or doing something, you can go ahead and listen to it on there. Man, see y'all Tuesday. We out.
All right, man. Cook
good
off.
night.